How many Ilbis did I get? I got 0. Currently at 0. 오래 걸리기는 해요. 그쵸? 이재희님 안녕하세요. 오늘 업할 수 있겠지? Caillou, thanks man, I appreciate it. 고객님 안녕하세요. Yeah, I'm gonna play MapleStory Classic. Most likely won't stop playing Mapleland because you know, it's just uncertainty. It's a entity of uncertainty, MapleStory Classic that is. And I could talk about it for quite a while. But one of the huge factors is that the developer is Inkwell, and in the West, people don't really know Inkwell's, I guess, history or how he's known for in the East, in Korea. But he's not very much liked. Anyways, since he's the developer, I'm not exactly sure how classic MapleStory Classic is gonna turn out. But yeah, I do plan on playing it with a couple of friends and chat. I'm thinking either crossbowman or I don't know. I'm either thinking crossbowman or fighter. 옴걸님 안녕하세요. A lot of it hinges on what my friends are gonna play. You know, I want to have variety. I don't want everybody to play Ice Lightning Mage or Assassin or Bishops. 라이딩이라는 말은 안 했는데 메이플스토리 클래식이라는 얘기는 했는데 라이딩은 얘기 안 했어요. 물어보시는 게 이 메이플스토리 글로벌 서버 클래식 서버 나오면 할 거냐, 그래서 한다고 대답해드렸습니다. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think my brother wants to play a white knight, which is a page. So I'm just very excited to see what they'll do with the white knight and the third job advancement, or like every other job in the third job advancement, because you know the power curve graph is based off of old school MapleStory, but in classic server we saw all the changes that happened in the first second job advancement, and we don't even know what's coming for the third job advancement yet. So I'm excited to see the changes. I think they could do a lot more with the page and the white knight and the third job advancement. They definitely do need some sort of retouch, which they'll most likely do to all classes, including the white knight. I think you can play around with white knights because their identity is so... They have a solid identity, but at the same time, because there's elemental affinity, I think there's more mixes you can throw into that into that alchemy, into that product, and have a really fun and attractive class for people to play. 어크님 안녕하세요. Yeah. So white knights I'm looking forward to. I don't think much will change for the hero. Crusaders, I think a lot of people enjoyed, and you know, more than likely they're going to retouch the classes that were the least popular or that are notorious amongst the community to avoid, which was what? Bandits, but definitely paladins for sure. A lot of people avoided paladins. So these classes that kind of hovered in the lower percentile, in the lower portion of the hierarchy in terms of popularity, I think those classes will definitely get worked on. 오늘 128 돼야죠. 128 찍어야죠. 힐준다메님이 안 들어오시면 여기서 사냥하면서라도 경험치 쿠폰 태워가지고 128 찍을 생각입니다. 어? 이게 뭔 일이지? 간부? 간부가 뭐죠? 약간 상위층에 속하는 상사 같은 느낌인가? 일비 아직 하나도 못 먹었습니다. 드랍률이요? 드랍률 많이 낮죠. I think for white knights what would be really cool is for them to, personally with white knights, if you think about it, they're very much similar to crusaders in a way, right? Because crusaders, you stack up your combo and you burst it with coma, and it takes away your 5 combo attack stacks and you have to stack it again. With white knights, you put on your elemental affinity on your sword and you pop it with I think it's called elemental buster or something. I forgot the name of the skill, but you have to then put the elemental affinity back onto your sword. See, I think it works for crusaders okay, because there's no downtime ever. There's really no downtime with crusaders. You attack, coma, attack. But with white knights it's a little different. You put on the elemental affinity, you pop your elemental affinity, and then you have to sit there idle for at least 1.5 to 2 seconds, putting your affinity back on each attack. So it's like elemental pop, you rest for 1.52 seconds, and then a huge pop again, and then you're idle for another 1.5 seconds, and then you pop again. The idea, I think, was for you to stack your elemental affinity and kind of mob and use it like in conjunction with power strike, but I don't think most people did that. Most people just didn't. They just found it more beneficial to keep the elemental stacks up and continue to use slash blast and power strike, because removing elemental affinity when you use an elemental skill means you have to charge your weapon again with that said elemental affinity, and it's just too much downtime and a hassle for people. Now when you get into your 4th job advancement, you do learn the next tier of that same skill, and it doesn't take away your elemental affinity, but that's we're talking about in 4th job. So 잉크 좋아요. Melek, what's up, man? Good to see you. Do you speak Korean? I do. 한국말 할 줄 압니다. 안경 이름이요? 안경 이름은 무태 안경. 예쁘지 않나요? 무태 안경? 뭔가 훈훈한 사장님 포스. 길드 가입이요. 길드 가입은 여기 보이시는 고용센터님한테 빚을 주시거나 고용센터님한테 주시는 게 좋을 것 같아요. 고용센터. 아직 일비 못 먹었어요. Is this MapleStory Classic? Not the one you're thinking of. This is called Mapleland, and it's an emulation of MapleStory Classic from Korea. It's basically Korean MapleStory Classic. 오늘 축구 보러 갔다가 유튜버 봤다. 물어봐도 됩니다. 플래닛을 안 하는 이유는 큐브, 일단 메이플랜드에 시간 들인 것도 많고 굳이 메이플 플래닛을 하고 싶지는 않아요. 다시 키우고 싶지가 않아. 그리고 큐브도 마음에 안 들고. This is so nostalgic. I know, right? I started playing Maple Land last year September, and it's been awesome. You know, I've been playing this game for going on 9 months now. 9 months, 8 months. It's been a while, and it's been pretty fun. I can't remember last time me playing a game consecutively for this long, like continuously this long. Usually when I start an MMO or I play a video game, I can't go months like I do now. You know what I mean? 노스탈직이 뭔 뜻이냐? 노스탈직이 노스탈지어. 노스탈직 이건데, 노스탈지아에서 오는 단어입니다. 노스탈직. 노스탈지아는 뭔지 아시죠? 노스탈지아, 추억, 낭만. 낭만이 제일 가깝겠죠? 낭만. 추억이다. 기억에 있는 그 좋은 기억이다. 그러면 이제 노스탈지아라는 뜻을 아니까 여기서 모모는 노스탈직하다. 이 게임은 노스탈직하다. This game is so nostalgic. It's the chill vibes, I swear. Have you played Retail MS, Melek? It's definitely chill for sure. You played back in the day. Definitely a change of pace, and way better in my opinion than Retail MapleStory. 추억의 게임 맞습니다. 맞아요. 노스탈직. 유님 안녕하세요. Forge, what's up, man? I need to figure out a way to show my viewer count on the screen. I know some people do it. I gotta figure that out. For my own sake, too. Did you play back in the day? Did I play, like, GMS back in the day? How far are we going? Because I mean, my history with MapleStory goes back over 20 years. So I played when it first launched in Korea, and I played throughout. But I would say, like, after 2012, 2013, I kind of stayed playing private servers that had versions of MapleStory that was prior to the Big Bang patch. And then I've played GMS here and there just to kind of check it out over the years, but I could never really get into it. That's it for me. I haven't even like played Chrono Story or nothing like that. 잠시만요. I'll be right back. Oh, what happened? I got knocked off. 버크님 오셨네. 와우. 이러면 물약을 거의 쓸 필요가 없겠다. 일비 아직 못 먹었습니다. I remember those scammers too. Oh, looking back, there were so many scams in MapleStory Classic. It's crazy. When you populate anything with a lot of people, there's bound to be some scams and cheating going on, and corruption. 역시 리프레가 더 편한 것 같아요, 루디보다. 메이플랜드입니다. Played a game called Tibia. It's an MMORPG too, also from back in the day. I am just getting tired. Yeah, I think I remember Tibia actually. That game sounds very familiar. I think Classic will come out. I think it'll come out in winter break, if I'm being honest with you. You know, I'll tell you this, being Nexon is a big company. Like the headquarters in Seoul, the one in California is just an office for NA. You know, and they have to report to the headquarter in Seoul. And I guarantee you the headquarter in Seoul, they do analysis on like how to make the game, how to have a successful launch with a lot of people playing. And you know, since the dawn of my gaming experience in life, it has always been that they will release things or do big events during either summer break or winter break. They're trying to target the kids because they want the kids to play. Now, will the kids play MapleStory? I don't know, but it's better to release on the days where kids are inside, not at school, but on the video game, on computer. And the best time would be winter break. Like, logically it makes sense and it's feasible. We just don't have any evidence. We haven't heard anything. I'm sure. So here's my timeline. I think the way it's gonna go is gonna go like this. I think they're gonna have MapleCon in September or October, like last year. And on MapleCon, they're going to announce the release date or official server start date. Nice t-shirt. Thank you. 일비 아직 빵개입니다. 빵개. Yeah, I think it will be winter. If it was summer, I think they would have said something already. Because some kids are already on summer break. But it makes no sense that it would be summer break. I think it's too late. Unless they do a surprise, like, surprise! It's coming out next week. But that would be way unorganized in my opinion. So I think they're gonna wait till winter time. 혼혈입니다. 네, 맞아요. Yeah, I really wanted to release too. It'd be dope if it was in June. Super cool, but will it happen? We'll see. 미국에서는 혼혈이라는 사람을 믹스라고 하나요? 맞습니다. 그냥 믹스라고 합니다. 믹스. What are you trying to farm? Right now I'm trying to farm Ilbi throwing stars. It's the second best throwing star in the game. And it's pretty notorious. A lot of people know Ilbi. 일비파밍은 하루에 한 3시간? 2시간, 3시간 정도 해요. No Ilbis yet, man. 일비 파밍 하면 다른 컨텐츠도 진행해보거나 다른 게임도 할 생각이에요. 일비 아직 한 개도 못 먹었습니다. Can you trade it in this server? Yeah, I can trade Ilbis. Have I ever tried playing MapleStory with a remote? No. Are you talking about like a controller? How do you play with a remote? That's actually crazy. I've only played MapleStory on a keyboard. Can you press all the buttons on a remote? I guess you could, technically. 메이플랜드입니다. 네, 일비 판매해가지고 일비 와 잘 떴다. 힘팔 덱사 진짜 잘 떴네. 일비 판매해서 혼테일의 목걸이를 구매할 생각입니다. 플래닛이요? 플래닛 인기 많은 것 같더라고요 요즘. It's like playing Mario Bros on steroids. That's pretty funny, man. 정체가 뭐냐? 그냥 메이플하는 사람입니다. 메이플하는 사람. That sounds fun. I look like a Da Vinci painting. When I tore my ACL, I was also immobile, or like literally I had to lay in a couch or on a hammock for about 4 or 5 months. It was terrible. But I just was on my phone. I wanted to play computer, and I did after a while, but playing on a remote MapleStory, I don't know if I want to go to that extent. I feel like it would be hard. I don't think my brain can process all that. Yeah, I played soccer, I played basketball. I'm also I like to play volleyball too. Never played baseball. I would say my top two are basketball, or sorry, my top two, number one would be soccer, and number two would be basketball. You played OSMS on mobile yesterday, and it was terrible. Ooh, 연득. Yeah, I don't like playing video games on my phone, I'll be honest. Or I like to, like, the most I'll compromise, because I've always been a PC gamer, the most I'll compromise would be to play games on a controller while I'm on my PC, or have a separate PC system and play, like, kick it on the couch and play a console game. But I've been a PC guy for all my life, so it's really hard for me to go to a smaller screen and to have a UI on the phone. I just can't do it. I've tried playing so many different games because it's so convenient. You could play it at work, on break. You can play it like when you're not at home. So I try to get into it, but the most I can get into was Wordle, which is just basically like a puzzle game. Alright, I can't, like, people play, I know my buddy plays Wild Rift, League of Legends Wild Rift on that game, on his phone, and I'm just like, how are you able to play a MOBA on your phone? It's crazy. 나가셨다. 내일 다시 한번 문자 깃 주셔보실래요? 내일 제 방송할 때 같이 이제 할 텐데 그때 깃 다시 한번 줘보세요. 지금 바쁘신 것 같아요, 내가 보니까. 길드 관리하느라. What's scarliage? I don't know what scarliage is. I mean, I remember this one time in the military, we would have to do CQ, which is dang, I forgot what CQ stand for. Custom quarters, maybe? Basically, it's just guard duty of a building inside, like, because I worked in a skiff, people had to 24/7 like be at the skiff and let people in even at 3, 4, 5 a.m. But it's like one of the best jobs you can have is working in the skiff or be on CQ because it's so chill. Like going through training before I had my official job, they would put trainees and people that didn't have an official job yet to do these like mundane everyday work, just busy work. And one of them was CQ. And if you work CQ overnight, you go in, you check in, you go in with like, before you go to work, you stop at a gas station, pick up some donut rolls, pick up some all junk food, peanuts, drinks, yogurt, eggs, whatever. And you just kick it back on your computer. And you just kind of be on call and you chill and you just kind of hang out, watch YouTube a little bit. Oh, I see. You think it's a sin to play a video game at work? Okay, respect. Me, I did it anyway. Not in the military though, you can't have phones in the military, but I did watch YouTube, and I had a job. I also worked at a casino as a security guard for a bit, and that job, forget about it. That's just non-stop busy work. You're really there for case of emergencies, because what they do is if you work at a casino and you work as a security guard, they will make you do rounds around the entire premise, entire building. You know, like sometimes even go up to just walk around the hotel floors and make sure like there's, you know, people aren't doing anything funny, right? That job, I would sometimes like just kind of kick it. I'll find a seat in the restaurant somewhere and just kind of kick it for a bit and watch YouTube, listen to music. I'd walk around with my AirPods in. 키키님 안녕하세요. Oh, okay. You think it's Skrillage to play games on a phone? I hear you. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand why that part of the job is necessary if you work security, because you know life is like really wild sometimes, and things come at a left hook when you're not expecting anything, you know. You just do the rounds and you see some dude dragging a dead body on the 7th floor, you know, stuff like that. Just sometimes it's crazy, so it's necessary to always have someone like making rounds. I get it, but it's just busy work. Have I tried mobile MapleStory? I have not. Are you talking about like idle MapleStory? Yeah. One, I think I like kind of took a look and I was like, yeah, this is not for me. And then two, what really kept me away was the scandal that came out. The scandal was that they were manipulating like success rates for certain things, and Nexon already is known to do that. If you look up headlines in Korea, they already been caught manipulating success rates on certain scrolls and stuff. So once that headline came, and I know that game is extremely like, I guess, what is the word? Like predatory about you spending money. I was like, nah, I'm not playing this. 카지노에서 근무하셨을 때 팁 받으신 적 있나요? 저는 2년 전쯤 슬롯머신에서 65,000불 그랜드를 캐시로 받았는데 차까지 에스코트 해준 가드 두 분에게 200불씩 팁 드렸다. 와우, 엄청 많이 따셨네. 돈 도파민 엄청 터지겠다. 팁은 받은 적 한두 번 정도는 있는 것 같아요. 기억나는 건 그렇게 많이 받진 않았지만. Am I streaming on Twitch as well? Yes, I'm on Twitch as well. And yes, I speak Spanish. I was a Spanish linguist in the military. ¿Tú también? Bueno. ¿Eres español? 이건 플래닛 아니고 메이플랜드입니다. Oh, okay. Yo soy de Corea. Nací en Corea. Vivía en Corea hasta 15 años. Y me mudé a Estados Unidos. Y desde entonces hasta ahora vivo acá en Estados Unidos. I think more than anything, it kind of just like learning different languages is cool, and but I gotta like really I really wonder how people can process learning so many languages and still be animated. I feel like it just makes me detached, really, learning about different cultures. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel weird sometimes. Like, I'm able to speak 3 languages, but when I first learned Korean, and then my mother tongue, and then when I first learned English, the dissonance in just like, everyday life and the culture, it just created such a dissonance. It created such a dissonance that it made I'm trying to see if like my phone call is coming through to you guys. I don't think it is. But it created such a dissonance, like it felt weird. It felt like you lose a little part of you. Like you get diluted because you got so many different flavors of culture coming into like who you are, your identity bubble. And then when you learn Spanish, that happens a little bit more, It's like having different masks on overlapping one another. But some people learn like 8, 9, 10 languages and they're still the same. I think that's amazing. I must be fragile or something. 일비파밍 중입니다. 일비파밍 중. 경험치 쿠폰 태워야 되겠다. 오늘 업하려면 경험치 쿠폰을 태워야 할 것 같아요. 큰둥이요? 큰둥에 뭐가 나오죠? 스켈레고스인가 거기가? 네트골렘인가? 뼈다귀용. 저는 아마 미스날 듯. 아 근데 또 뭐냐 64제 메이플 창 키면 잡을 수 있을라나? 그냥 여기서 하죠. 천천히 할 거 없으니까. 일비 파밍도 할 듯. Yeah, I think it's about choosing. Yeah, you're right. I speak German and Turkish too, and you're right, the cultures clash a lot. That's cool, Turkish. Yeah, that's what it is, man. And then, like, compared to someone who lived locally for all their life, they know exactly who they are. But that gets a little blurred when you've lived in different places. So that's it, man. But overall, I mean, it's just I try not to think about it too much, I guess. 오, 아 진짜요? 아무리 흥하고 잘 돼도 한 달에 1만 달러밖에 출금을 못한다. 그러게. 넥슨이 설계를 잘 해놨네. 아 그거를 이제 샐러리 갭이라고 하나? 아닌데 샐러리 실링? 아무리 열심히 일해도 너네는 근데 13,500달러도 큰 돈이긴 하거든요. 근데 솔직히 그 뭐냐 메이플랜드 같은 정도의 수준의 게임은 메이플 월즈에서 진행되지 않았더라면 더 벌었겠죠. 그것보다. 와 진짜 대박이다. 300억 벌었는데 13,500달러밖에 못 뽑는 건. 와. What's different about Canada? Apparently Canada's pretty high in the peace index. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I get told different things in the algorithm. Some say Canada is hell, some say Canada is really nice. But even like the definition of nice, how are they like justifying or defining nice? Some people's nice is not other people's nice. Or peace even. It's really hard to be objective and, you know, factual with these things. Oh, okay. I thought Canadians would be a lot more friendly, like a lot more welcoming, opening. I heard, from what I heard, where is it in Canada? Toronto. I heard Toronto is like extremely friendly people. They do whatever is necessary to avoid conflict. It's weird because in Mexico, conflict is kind of the way to do things to get resolution fast. You're talking about like having a small talk argument with your pops or your friend, right? Yeah, even like how human interaction at the very minor detail, at the root, at the finer details of social fabrics and human interaction. Different cultures interact with people different. Like if you go to Japan, and they are very much like the most calming, subtle wave, meaning in order to avoid the opposite force of like negative emotion and people fighting, like riled up emotion, they miss out. They basically sacrifice extremely overwhelming joy for the mundane and subtle. So I kind of say they're like a subtle wave of a community, of a culture, because they're very professional. They portray no emotion, you know, that human to human connection doesn't really exist as a customer and a service provider. I always wonder, like, because Japan, your work hours are very long in Japan. When do they have that human interaction? I feel like that's why their suicide rate is so high, because their culture is so they're so rich and professional, but they're not like Brazil. You know what I mean? Brazil, you meet people that night, you could go to bed with them. It's so casual. In Japan, it's not like that. You know what I mean? But you're right. Like a lot of Latino countries, the way they interact with people is very different. They're all snobs with a get-rich mentality. I'm sure there's other factors on why Japan's suicide rate is out of control, but two distinct different cultures, you know, and if you grow up in that country, surrounded by that culture, with people adhering to that norm, cultural norm, then you're just gonna grow up just like them. So that's why when you have like people growing up in different countries with two vastly different cultures, they tend to have an identity crisis at some point in their life. I will say, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like people were a lot more nicer back when I was a kid, like in the 90s and early 2000s. I remember, maybe it was, you know, maybe it was because I was a kid myself, and usually people are nice to kids, but I don't know. Some part of me still thinks it's like objective truth. Like the statement is true that people were nicer back in the day than now. Oh. People say that a lot. Back in the day, people used to be XYZ, but in reality, I think it's because our perception was so small as kids, we could not comprehend certain situations. I think that's true. I think that's true too. Bye bye Taeyong, what's up man? How was your test? How you been? I saw your picture of your graduation. Congrats man. Looks like I figured due to the picture, just looking at the picture, that everything went well because it looks like you graduated. Congratulations, man. Me, I'm doing great. What's today? Tuesday? Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right? Actually, I forgot to go put the trash out for the trash guy to pick up, so that was that's not a good. But other than that, we just gonna have a full trash, a stinky trash every time we walk up to our porch, or not our porch, our driveway. We're gonna see a full trash bin smelling like dookie. You gotta celebrate your graduation, man. Mathematics, right? Gotta celebrate. UC Berkeley grad, mathematics. Gotta go do that SOMAC, Soju Mekju. How did you learn Spanish? You said military taught you? Yeah, so I was a Spanish linguist in the Air Force for 6 years. And the military has a way of teaching you new skills extremely fast. No more celebration? I guess you had the whole weekend to celebrate, so. What's next, man? Like what's next in on your road and your adventure? You did a lot of Cero and IPA. Oh, you got crunk. As they would say back in 2000s. We getting crunk. I wonder what, is that like a mix mashup of two words, crunk? Maybe it's like something with drunk. We're getting crunk. We're gonna get crunked. I'm really curious now. '80s and '90s? Foundational sound and slang rooted in African American nightclub and strip club. Oh, okay. Crunk. High energy subgenre of southern hip hop that. Oh, it's a music. I don't remember. I remember Lil Jon saying crunk. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. King of crunk. Dang, that's nostalgia right there. That's nostalgia right there. Lil Jon. Chilling for 2 months. Nice, man. A well-deserved rest before becoming fully employed. That's amazing. Crazy and drunk. Crunk. We getting crunk. Lil Jon was a legend, bro. Back in the day, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Man, what a legend. Shoot, man. I mean, I do think it's kind of unfortunate that we had the closed beta, and since then we haven't heard anything. You would think, you know, they would at least kind of talk about a little bit more, or give us a roadmap, or communicate a little bit more. Have they even said anything officially after the closed beta? Did they say anything official, like make a post or anything? I don't think they did, right? All the speculation is strictly coming from when people were interacting with Nemi and Inkwell in the game to their NPCs. But other than that, I don't think they've officially released anything. That's crazy. I don't know. Do you guys feel a disrespect in that? Am I kind of weird? Because you're right, so many people participated, gave good energy during the game, and honestly, from the developer's point of view, wouldn't you feel like you're grateful with all that attention and love? Don't you think like it's just kind of considerate to at least talk about how much fun they had or how much of a success the closed beta was, even giving a little thank you note or something like that? 발님 안녕하세요. 아직도 못 먹었어요. 오래 걸리죠. Maybe they got overwhelmed because all the attention and love. Yeah, maybe. I mean, they should have known though. It's MapleStory Classic. A lot of people were gonna wild out when it was released. They should have known that. I have a feeling that they're going to say something in June. I do. I think once summer break starts, maybe like as a summer event, they'll do a cool splash art for a giant like a thumbnail or banner or like an email send out, whatever. They'll get it all organized and hopefully they announce like a roadmap or even second round of closed beta to open to everyone. Something. I think something will come in June. It's been way too long. It's been over a month and they haven't said anything. Do you know where I can find or I can watch China classic streamers? Maybe try like Weibo or something. I think Weibo? There's like a Chinese version of Twitch. Look that up first. It's either Weibo or something. And when you go there, you can watch Chinese live streams. 팔 들어가는 채널이 좋다. What level did you get MapleStory Classic while beta? I didn't get in, unfortunately. 고용님이 비숍이신가? 아크메이지 아니었나? 아, 150 레벨업 엄청 많이 하셨네. 마지막으로 뵀던 게 레드와이번의 둥지에서 뵀던 것 같은데 그때 레벨 130? 120 그 정도였는데 렌사님도 120, 131 맞지? 저번에 기억나는 게 129였나? 알겠습니다. 내일 4명 숲에서 1용 5선 돌고래 불도저 파티. 체인 라이트닝 미치겠는데? 5명 썬콜이 있나? Yo, Dan the man, what's going on, man? You saw the video, it was good? Nice. I'm glad you liked it. I plan on making like another one. Somewhat similar format, like informative. Other people want me to talk about pirates, so I'll probably do that. Oh yeah, like if you're really new, yeah, a lot of people won't know. That if I really broke down that video down to the finer details, like I tried my best, but I'm sure some things, yeah, new players would be like, what the hell is he talking about? If I broke it like all the way down, I felt like I could have done a better job. Yeah, you're right. Because now I'm thinking like, because I was gonna say if I break down everything, that video would have turned into a 3-4 hour video. But I could have just broke down the things that only need to be broken down, like specifying the important skills and what they do. Yeah, that would have been nice for the new players. Oh, it's the curve? What's wrong with the curve? Curve is pretty simple. It's just level with the power. It's pretty straightforward, I thought. Where are you from? I was born in South Korea, and I currently live in United States. 일비는 40시간 정도 하면은 한두 개 정도는 원래 나오는데 아직까지 안 나오고 있어요. 저는 곧 나올 것 같아요. 근데 느낌이 일비 파밍 미국에서도 파밍이라고 해요. 파란만님. 일비 파밍 웃기긴 하네. If you don't know about the curve, they may just drop off. That makes sense. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. How do we capture the new players? Tell them to play a mage. Just tell everyone to play a mage. No, but on serious side, the community has to make them stick. We gotta have a strong community. I think that's the only way, which I think we will. We're at a different time now where Discord, like everybody knows about Discord. It's so easy to form a community on Discord. MapleStory Classic could have its own official Discord where community is live. And the game is going to be really populated, so people are going to chat, people are going to ask for help, and that sense of community is what's going to keep people from quitting, even if the game is challenging. That's what's going to happen. Yep. 저는 버지니아주에 살고 있습니다. 버지니아주. 포르자 호라이즌? 포르자는 뭐야? 호라이즌이라는 게임은 아는데 정말 아쉬운 게 메이플 하면서 여러분들이랑 노래 감상 같은 거 하면 참 좋을 텐데 저작권이 걸려가지고 저작권이 이제 광고로 수익을 안 내면 할 수 있는지 아니면 채널 전체로 이제 평점이 있어가지고 점수가 있어서 점수가 깎이는 건지 이게 수익을 안 내고 광고 다 끄고 문제 없으면 그렇게 진행해도 되는데 그게 아니라 이제 채널에 피해를 주면 안 되니까 그게 두려운 거거든요. 그거 아니면 좋아하는 노래들 같이 들으면서 사냥하면 좋은데. No Ilbi yet, man. Isn't it crazy? 와, 위층이 득이 잘 나오는데? 위층이 득이 잘 나오네. 저번에도 같이 여기서 시청자분들하고 파사할 때 이제 여기 나올 때 됐음. 이제 밑에 나올 때 됐어요. 지금 바꾸면 안 됩니다. 근데 예전부터 여기서 파사할 때마다 3, 4층이 득템이 좀 잘 나오는 것 같아요. 뭔가 있어, 기운이. 메이플랜드입니다. 메이플랜드. Ilbi's go for, yeah, about 50 mil right now. Grind a map in Meso Farm. Well, the so here's the issue with that. If I, depending on what map you're talking about, yes. So a couple of things. So if you're talking about like level adequate training ground, like the Wyverns, in order to get into a party where a cleric is healing me, I have to pay a lot of money. Right, just to do a party grinding for an hour. So I can't really make money there. I have to spend money to get the best EXP gaining method, right? Like to have that, I have to pay money into it. Now I could go to a low level area and grind the map to Meso Farm. Sure, like I could go to the Rashes, I could go back to the Golems, just one shot everything, and farm Meso like that. The reason why I don't really need to do that is because I have a member in chat. I have a viewer who sends me all the potions every time. She has like a level, I want to say 140 or 150 shadower, and she never uses potions. So as she grinds, she collects these ices and she just sends them to me because she avoids everything. She doesn't get hit. She has iframe. So she's like, hey, like I don't need these, so you can have them. So I can grind here and essentially just make money non-stop while farming for Ilbi. But the best way to make money would be, yeah, grinding at lower level areas where they have a very good drop loot table. 전붕이 재미있냐? 레벨이 어느 정도 찍히고 나면, 특히 돌진을 배우고 나면 많이 재밌는 것 같아요. 돌진이 키포인트 아닌가? At golems, man, I mean, they drop glove for attack 60%, and they're just, the thing about golems is, it's probably not true, but it's one of those things where it's like a theory or a speculation. It's not proven, but I think it's a generally like common sentiment that people have that's shared. A lot of loots drop at golems for some reason. When you grind at golems compared to anywhere else, you get a lot of equipment items. They drop so many equipment items. The only valuable scroll that they sell are glove for attack 60%, but even that's good money, right? But other than that, it's just all equipment items. So like their loot table consists of nothing but equipment items and one scroll. So it just feels like every time they draw something, it's an equipment item, and you make a lot of money just collecting those and selling it to NPCs. Those level 50s, 60s, and 70 equipment items. And if you get a weapon, that's like 200-300k. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of mob. It's a really simple map, easy to get around, fun to play in, especially as a warrior, you know? $128 easy, man. Yeah, we're hitting 128 today. I'm gonna use these 2EX coupons and we'll get to 128, get our berserk to level 19, and then we'll continue our Ilbi farming. Hopefully it comes out soon, man, because I want to try different games, I want to try different training grounds and all that stuff, but can't make any progress unless we wrap this content up. I can't just stop after dumping 42 hours into something. It's like a black hole trap. I could have very easily when I started this content, put myself in a black hole that I can't climb out of. I mean, people keep scaring me in chat. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're like, you know, I farmed 750 hours and I didn't get one. I'm like, 750 hours? That's a whole year. No, I'm just kidding. That's like few months, like 3 months, maybe more. Some people are saying like, I'm not gonna get Ilbi until my son graduates high school. I'm like, oh my god, quit scaring me like that. That's 18 years, brother. 18 years. Oh, probably is. It's probably just well, if I wasn't here, where would I go to? Nah, actually, this is the way they make money, unfortunately. This is how it's done. Most people get Ilbi within like 30-60 hours. That's the general norm, you know. These are people either capping, lying to me, or trying to scare me, or they were just very unfortunate. But the way to make money in Maple Land is to go to training areas, to go to mobs where their loot table is extremely valuable. Basically what I'm doing now. This is how people make money in Maple Land. It's either here or they farm at Master Chronos to get Helm for Dexterity 60%, which is like very expensive too. Slightly better drop rate. 안녕하세요. Might have Korean? Yes, sir. Half Korean, half English. The new Maple, the modern MapleStory, because it is too overwhelming for me. Extremely overwhelming. The modern MapleStory. 레벨 127입니다. We getting crunk tonight. Yeah, I speak Korean's my mother tongue, man. I was fluent in Korean first before English. English is my secondary language. And then Spanish is my third. 먹을 때까지 노방종은 안 되고 네, 먹을 때까지 노방종은 무리라서 안 됩니다. 와, 등 많이 하시네. 위로 다 갔네, 드군이. 여기 이제 나와요. 여기 이제 나온다. 노리시네. 여기 복을 내가 얼마나 많이 싸놓고 있는데 지금 노리시네 자꾸 아까부터. For real? You learn English in Korea? No, I learned English in USA. I came to the States when I was 16. I was born and raised in Korea, and I was like 15 or 16. I came to the States, graduated high school, joined the military, and just through it all, I learned English. That's the synapses. 저도 그레이의 땅 3시간 파밍해서 투미 10% 먹었다. 와우, 축하. 투미 10% 얼마일까? 투미 10%도 비싸나요? 뭔가 쌀 것 같은데 투미는. 노래 좀 바꿉시다. 다른 노래로. 노래가 좋긴 한데 다른 걸로. 투민이 10%가 제일 싸. 맞아. You're in Dallas? Are you Korean too or what? Oh, okay. So you're basically what do they call it? Would it be the first generation or second generation Korean? Anyways, yeah. I gotcha. I know a lot of people like you. I know I've known a lot of Koreans here that were just born and raised here. They've never been to Korea, but they're ethnically Korean because their parents are Korean. Fresh off the boat, yeah, that'd be like first generation, right? Or does first generation refer to people that were like they're the first generation to be born in the USA? Or I don't know if first generation refers to the first generation of Koreans that arrived to the States. You know what I mean? There's like a big difference there, actually, not minor. See, people have different definitions for gen. Katie says it's first generation in my family that was born here. But other people say it's the first gen means first people to move to USA even if they weren't born. You know what I mean? How many Koreans does it take to defeat a giant robot Jesus? What? What? A giant robot Jesus? So many questions in that question. Hi, my name is Noah. Hey Noah, what's going on, man? Let's look it up, shall we? What does first generation American mean? A first generation American generally refers to a person who was born in the United States, but has at least one parent who was born outside. So it's people that were born. Yeah, everyone give me a thumbs up on this video. Make sure you subscribe. And go follow my Instagram, guys. Let's get my Instagram to 1,000 followers, yeah? So I can go live on Instagram. Pretty please. Let's get that up. Let's get that number up. I would love to stream live on Meta platform like Facebook and Instagram when Classic comes out. That would be a huge success. 행님 메이드 인 코리아인가요? 맞습니다. 메이드 인 코리아. 하프 김치, 하프 잉글리시. 맞습니다. Alright guys, let me go get my coffee real quick. I'll be right back. Enjoy the music, yeah? Enjoy the music for me. 와, 위층 잘 나오네. 사운드 체크, 사운드 체크. 일비 먹으면 컨텐츠 종류냐? 일비 파밍은 끝이죠. 응? 다른 걸로 넘어가야지. 마지막 경쿠. 이거 태우면 한 96% 될려나? 아, 아니지 13%? 은선생님이시네. 안녕하세요, 은선생님. 파티가 다 모였군. 안 하셔도 됩니다. 하기 싫으시면. You bought a house last week. Dude, that's awesome. That's a huge accomplishment in life. I wasn't sure I was going to stay in this area, but I made my decision. Where are you again? Happy? You got $4.99 with VA. $4.99 is actually really low for today's market. Congrats, man. Really, congrats. That's huge. Welcome to the life of a homeowner. 그게 좋을 것 같다. 확실히 섀도어가 더 잘 잡으니까 맞아요. 바꾸는 게 좋을 것 같아. Yeah, $4.99 with VA is awesome. I get along well with I had a better time getting along with white people. Definitely, like, but not like I say white people, but people in the States. You know what I mean? Because I hung around a lot of black people and Latino people when I was in high school. And even in like my military career, a lot of my friends were Hispanic. So I hung around a lot of Hispanics. But when I was a kid in high school, I hung around a lot of black kids. I try to hang around with Korean people. After a while, I just couldn't deal with the social construct, social norms that come with it. You know, Korean people have their 형님, 동생, 존댓말, you know, all these social constructs that you gotta obey. And it just felt, to me, there was so much dissonance because you really can't have a Western identity and also have the identity of like 형님, 동생님, 존댓말, 반대말. To me, there was too much friction and dissonance there that it made me difficult because I wanted to treat my Korean friends like, you know, without the social hierarchy. I wanted to just be a human interaction, and that can be seen as disrespectful. That can be like, there could be a misunderstanding there, you know, and too much ego, I guess. I didn't care to really explain why. I just kind of justified it in my head to say like, this is just me being me. I want to be authentic. So I didn't really bother to explain that to the Korean people. So it was, for me, it was just easier to hang around like people from the West. 답변이 궁금하다. 한국말로 얘기를 해드리자면 그러니까 질문이 여기 미국에 생활하면서 한국 사람들과 더 잘 어울리냐 아니면 미국에 사는 사람들과 더 잘 어울리냐라고 물어보셨는데 저는 개인적으로 한국 사람들과 잘 못 어울려요. 미국에 살면서. 그게 왜 그러냐면 한국 사회에 존재하는 형님, 동생님 아니면 선배님 이런 존댓말이나 존칭 그런 게 존재하잖아요. 질서라고 해야 되나 그런 게. 근데 미국은 그렇지 않단 말이죠. 그냥 만나는 사람이 인간과 인간의 대면이기 때문에 서로 어느 정도 공존은 같이 하나 친구처럼 얘기할 수 있는 형님, 동생님, 선배님, 아우님 이런 틀이 잡힌 구도에서 동생이 형님한테 해서 안 될 말들이 있고 아니면 후배가 선배한테 하지 말아야 할 그런 약간 틀이 박혔다고 틀이 짜여진 그 구도가 저한테는 많이 불편했죠. 그래서 이제 미국에서 생활을 하다 보면은 이제 사람들과 인간 관계가 형님 아우님이 아니라 그냥 친구끼리 얘기하는 것처럼 얘기하니까 그걸 이제 동시에 그 성격을 가지고 한국 사람들과 놀려고 하니까 이게 트러블이 생기는 거죠. 존재감 같은 이거의 이슈에. 나는 왜 한국 사람 어린 마인드에 이해를 못하지. 나는 왜 한국 사람들이랑 있을 때 이렇게 친절하고 이런 식으로 선배 그리고 나이 많은 연배 많은 사람들 나보다 1살 2살 많아도 형이니까 존중하고 존댓말하고 이런 퍼스널리티가 미국 사람들과 생활하면서 매칭이 안 돼서 그게 좀 적응하기 힘들어가지고 주로 흑인하고 라틴 계열 애들하고 많이 어울리면서 놀았죠. 백인들이랑도 놀고 유쾌한 애들 많아가지고 백인 애들도. How about the Kyopo Koreans? Did you happen to have a few of those friends? I don't think I went to school with any Kyopo. Like fresh off the boat, right? We didn't have many fresh off the boat Koreans, and not really like I'm telling you, my identity when I was in high school was pretty much a soccer jock, like soccer player, hanging out with other soccer players. You know what I mean? Like I knew Asian people and they were there and we would say hi because we're all Asians. But it was like my crowd was a little different. When I was in high school, they would tell me to bow to them when I see them in hallways. 이거 다 마치고 돌고래 하면 랩업 하겠네. 영어가 이제는 많이 편하죠. My English, I'm a lot more comfortable with my English than Korean. At this point in my life, yeah. How's the sound by the way? Is the music slightly louder than, like, in the ranking of loudness? It should be my mic, then the background music, then the, like, very quietly the game music, game noise. Like me using skills and Burke's dying. That sound about right? Oh, there's no game sound. Up the music a little bit. Then there's no game sound, right? Is that right? Is that what I'm hearing? 망토 자랑이라고 해가지고 힘 15 붙었나 생각했는데 60% 한 장 붙으셨네. 아이고, 나보다 운이 없는 사람이 여기 있구나. 나는 망토 힘 9인데 내 거는 힘 9인데 저 사람 거는 힘 7이네. 내가 좀 우세하네. 내가 우세했군. 나는 역시 이제 감사할 줄 알아야 돼요. 7 안 뜬 게 어디야. Now you can hear the sheep crying for justice. They're crying, yeah. They're crying for justice. These little sheeps. Burks. I have an American passport. I had to give up my Korean citizenship while I was in the States, or while I was in the Air Force. 베이플랜드 맞습니다. Beautiful music. Maple Planet? Nah. I'll pass, bro. 일비 아직도 못 먹었어요, 네. Not yet. Officially at 42. 42. No. Korean one is mandatory, but you have until the age of 30. What happened is I had to give up my Korean citizenship while I was in the US Air Force. And now I'm not a Korean citizen anymore. So when I visit Korea, when I go to Korea now, I have to go on a visa. A travel visa or something. A tourist visa. I did 6 years. 93년생입니다. 일비파밍은 겁 없이 시작했어요. 아무 생각 없이. 근데 그게 실수였다는 걸 느끼고 있습니다. Yeah, if you have a clearance, you have to report all that. Yeah, they ask a lot of questions. I had to do the same thing because like my life is pretty complicated. I have a pretty unusual history and an upbringing, so they had to they're like, hey, you gotta tell us everything. Long ass process. 일비 지금 5천만 매소 정도 합니다. 5천만 매소. 와, 투민 7장 붙은 거네. 대박이다. 7장이면 잘 발린 거죠? 60% 7장? 힘 1상에 붙였네. 도적이 쓰기 참 좋겠다. 도적 아니면 전사도 좋긴 하겠네. 왜 안 없어져? That's right. We have 42 hours, baby. We're going for that 100. 100. Dollar bill. That's right. Yeah, my plan is to sell it and get me a horntail necklace. That's the plan right now. After getting the Ilbi, shoot, I don't know. I was thinking about trying out Chrono Story because I've never tried Chrono Story, and I kind of want to show it to my audience and also kind of get a taste of it to see. I'm thinking about it, or I just continue playing Maple Land, but trying something out new would be cool. You want to do it together? Sure, do it together. I don't care. If you, I don't know when I'll do it though. What's tomorrow? Thursday. I don't know when I'll do it. It's either next week if I do it. Here's the thing. I need to get this Ilbi first, right? So that's the biggest stipulation, is I need to get this Ilbi first. Yeah, you can start without me and get ahead. And you can like show me the game later. Oh, you're coaching football? Nice, dude. How much is 5천만 peso in Korean currency? Let's see. Right now it's 1,900원, 1,000만당, or 100만당. That means 1,000만 is 19,000원. So 19,000 곱하기 5. 19,000 곱하기 5. Like almost 10만원? A little short of 10만원, so like 70, 80 bucks. Yeah, for Ilbi. Yep. It's like playing this game, like that's why it doesn't drop so easily, because it's just kind of picking up, you know, a $100 bill off the floor. Yeah, you pick up an Ilbi, you getting crunked that night. You and the whole squad getting crunk. You and your 2 dogs. Pet fish. The squirrel outside your window. It's crunk. All right, big dog. Ba-bum. Six-three, 320 pounds. Damn, I did not know. But I guess it is kind of fitting, right? Big dog. Well, at least you're really tall, man. You plan on trying to lose weight or 320? Like, yeah, you're tall, but 320 is like pretty up there. It's probably not healthy. It's probably like just for your overall health better to try to lose weight. Aksong, what's up, man? At the same time, you don't care. Well, I guess not my business. Excuse me. 아직 한 개도 못 먹고 있어요. 아직 아쉽게도. Yeah, it's probably best for your health to lose weight. I agree with the docs. You feel me? But you're your own individual. You can do whatever you want. There's a lot of bad habits that I have. 메이플 플래닛이요. 플래닛은 하고 싶은 생각은 없습니다. 새로 키우기가 귀찮아요. You're a Spanish Maple Classic streamer? Really? 아미님 안녕하세요. Yeah, Maple Land is one of a kind. I think everybody in the Western Hemisphere, basically everybody outside of Korea, is waiting for the global server MapleStory Classic to release. What private server are you playing, like Maple Legends and Royals? I'm familiar with that server. I've also played Artale. Wasn't really too fond of it. And then there's Chrono Story. Maple Legends, same dude. I played Maple Legends for a long time. Like I remember, I want to say I played at least 2-3 years, if not more. I have a lot of memory in Maple Legends and Royals, like playing classes that I only dreamt of playing in old school MapleStory back in the day, prior to Big Bang. So like 2005 all the way till 2011-ish. Your IGN was Melek? It's been so long for me. I think the last time I played was like maybe 2021 maybe. And if not, like 2019 even. It's been such a long time for me since I played Royals or Legends. Yeah, we might have bumped. I played like a Shadower, and then I think I also played a Captain and a Marksman. I made a whole bunch of classes. What was your IGN? I don't even remember, man. That's how long it's been. I think it might have been Jupes though. Now that I think about it, it might have been Jupes or Jupe. Or maybe it would have been like Juan or something. Those are the names I kind of go for, but you remember that name, really? I have bad memory, so that's crazy though. You remember, man? That's crazy. I can't even remember like last year barely. I think my memory, I think some people really like have, not some people, but I think I know for a fact that my memory tends to be worse than most people. I can't remember things too well. But I think some people really are gifted with being able to like have photographic memory or have real-time video playing in their head of certain moments and stuff. That's a gift, man. You gave me leech. Melek. I don't know. That's the thing, like your name is unique, but it's not super unique. Like Melek, some people might have like Malik or Melak or Malik. Different variations that look very similar to your name. So I can't tell if I remember you or not, but it's crazy that you remember me. Tak was my cleric, yeah. None of them ring a bell. You were a bandit? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, probably, because I did play a shadower. Great memory, man. Yeah, apparently one of my viewer knows me from 7 years ago in a different game. Crazy. Just when you thought the world is too big. Me, a true gamer? Of course. This is Maple Land. Hello, Kumhwan. It was very vivid. You have great memory, man. I'll tell you what. You know what? I don't know what you studied and what you majored in, or if you went to college, or like how far you did in the education, but continue doing that because your memory is just phenomenal. Have you heard of those people that can read a textbook just one time and they have photographic memory, so they just remember everything they read? How do you do that? How is that possible? Like, how do you have the space in your brain? I just can't fathom. I don't understand. Some people can read an entire chapter of the book and take a test on it and remember everything that they read. That's just so crazy to me. I have to read the same paragraph sometimes like twice just to make sure, you know, one time for the comprehension, and 2 times to highlight, 3 times to like enforce it and ingrain it into my brain, just in case if that paragraph or something within that paragraph comes up as a question in a test that I remember. Living in Korea? No, I am living in USA. I've come to the theory that they have to relate each lesson with something else, like a chain. Are you talking? What do you mean each lesson? I do think in order to memorize something, you have to create a narrative or a story around it. So the more relatable, like, or more it relates to other things that you're learning, you can make a connection. Kind of bored. Let's change the scene here. I'm gonna open one of these guys up. Let's see what. Yeah, let's look at the aliens. Look at the UFO files that just released. Those are the aliens that were within the UFO files up there. You guys know that, right? They released a UFO file, and there was an alien that looks like a reptilian with scales. And there's the gray mans, which are kind of the aliens that look like, that resemble the ones above. And then they also had like praying mantis aliens written in there, and a giant Nordic human-like alien. Isn't that crazy? Yo, I came across your video explaining the damage for each class. Can't wait for Classic to release. I used to play Bandit, but I'm not sure if I should stick to Bandit again, even though I really like them. You should. You will absolutely enjoy them. How come you know this game? I played when I was a kid. Any advice on making money early on maybe? Well, here's the thing. I don't know enough about MapleStory Classic to know. I would recommend, you know, if you're trying to save money while playing Bandit, to kind of go the unconventional route of farming and leveling. Just kind of dial it down on the EXP and try to find parties where you're actually earning money over the course of an hour of grinding instead of losing money to grind. That would be the most diluted, like non-focus, there's no center point. It's just like a very broad, it could apply to any type of situation type of advice in all sorts of games. Just go to a training ground if you're trying to make money that is below your recommended level. And that's as much as I can give because I don't know how Classic is going to be. MK Ultra, yes, I have heard of that. Kind of want to put more aliens up here. What do you think? Let's. Ooh, all one's flying. Come here. Oh, there goes Bill Clinton. Killed Bill. We got Chuck Schumer up here. Bill Clinton's wife Hillary. Then we have Epstein in the Cape. Damn, that's crazy. They were the aliens. It was all related. UFO files, Hillary Clinton, Epstein files, Clinton files, they were all related. They were all pointing to a same source. They're all effing aliens. That's what they are. Oh, you want to see Obama? See what this one is. There's Obama right there. Look at the Obama administration right there. All robots, all AI bots. That's actually dystopian as hell. You got the aliens with their AI bots. That's crazy. 보따리는 왜 푸는 거냐? 심심해서 풀어봤습니다. Seen the video where supposedly Hillary Clinton needed a reboot in the middle of a speech? Yeah, I seen those crazy videos, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh. It's like a very scary Christmas ornament. The little star, it looks like a Christmas tree, kind of. Not really. 보따리 몬스터 있으면 맵에 제니 주른다? 진짜요? Really? What is this game? It's Mapleland. Alright everyone, say bye to the aliens. Give it a good old dragon roar. Good old fashioned dragon roar. 태성님 안녕하세요. (96%다) Side. 크크크. What's up, bro? What's going on, homie? 오늘도 정말 즐거웠습니다. 맨사님하고 시프마스터님하고 섀도워님하고 은선생님이랑 같이 사냥하면서 시간도 참 빨리 간 것 같고 좋아요. 일비는 아직까지 안 나오고 있네요. 아쉽게도. 이제 정비하고 방송 마치도록 할게요. 많이 잡긴 했네 오늘. 기타템 보니까 많이 잡았어요. 2시간 정도 잡은 것 같은데 아쉽게도 노드템. 이거는 어디서 먹었지? 아이언 너클? 기억이 안 나네. 자, 오늘 방송 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다, 여러분. What is your favorite dessert or all-time favorite meal? Oh man, I love Korean food, so I'm gonna go with Korean food. You know, I love the 낙지볶음 and 오징어 볶음, which is squid or octopus stir fry, spicy. Very good. It's extremely delicious. 일비 파밍 오늘 아쉽게도 나오지 않았지만 93시간 정도 했거든요, 총. 언제 나올지 모르겠지만 빨리 나왔으면 좋겠네요. 새로 오신 분들 구독 한번 눌러주시고 지금 시청하고 계신 분들 좋아요 한 번씩 눌러주시면 저한테 도움이 많이 됩니다. 여유가 있으신 분들은 조니TV 멤버십 한번 보시는 것도 권유 하고 보시면 좋을 것 같아요. 여유가 있으신 분들은. 그리고 또 뭐가 있을까? 인스타그램, 맞아. 인스타그램도 지금 팔로워 1000명 채우려고 하니까 많이들 관심 갖고 쇼츠 많이 올리고 있거든요. 인스타그램도 팔로우 해주시면 감사할 것 같아요. 내일은 목요일. 팟캐스트를 좀 진행하고 싶은데 참가하고 싶으신 분이 계시면 채팅으로 얘기해 주셔서 같이 디스코드로 한 10분, 15분 정도 얘기 나누면 좋을 것 같으니까 많이들 참가해 주시고 관심 가져 주시고 그거 말고는 뭐 내일 다시 방송 켜서 일비 파밍 계속 진행하도록 할게요. 다들 잘 주무시고 내일 저녁에 봬요. Alright everyone, that's it for me today. Thanks for tuning in. Those of you that are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this live a like. And if you have the leniency and the luxury, consider joining Johnny TV membership to help me out. There's member specific benefits like member emotes, member badges, and other benefits that you can take a look at. Also go ahead and follow my Instagram in the link and details below. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers so I can go live on Instagram when MapleStory Classic comes out. Please help me out there as well. Other than that, we will continue tomorrow morning looking for that Ilbi throwing star. Yeah, unfortunately none yet in 42 hours, but we'll keep going even if it's 60 or 100 or whatever. Alright guys, that's it for me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya. Yeah, no 128 today. I have to grind another like 3 hours or maybe 2 hours just to level up right now, so it's not gonna happen. Maybe tomorrow. See you guys. Peace.